Friends, this is Jack Later coming to you from my home here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I'm going to talk about shattered glass and marketing. You know, what does this have to do with one another? I'm going to share with you a very important tip here that is crucial to your success, okay? And it'll make sense here in a minute if you'll bear with me, okay? When I was young, I actually, when I was about 7 years old, I ran through a glass door, okay? And let me ask you a question. When you think of shattered glass, what kind of images does that conjure up? You know, this short little video is about shattered glass and marketing. And it's a very important lesson that I've learned, okay? Now, let me tell you what happened, okay? And I'm going to share with you something right now that I've never shared in public, and I don't like talking about it, but because of this experience, I feel that it's very important for me to tell. Okay, very difficult for me to talk about it. I don't like talking about it. And like I said, I've never talked about it in public, and I've never shared this experience with my subscribers. Okay, and let me tell you what happened. I went through a very, very tragic experience when I was young, okay? And even right now, I don't like talking about it, okay? But I'm going to for this very important reason, okay? And I'll get to this in a second, okay? It's about marketing. But anyway, when I was young, I went through a very terrible experience, okay? I was about 7 years old, and like I said, I ran through a glass door. And what happened is that it was one of those sliding glass doors. I was at a birthday party at somebody else's house. A friend of mine was turning 8 years old, and we were all playing inside the house. I remember it was in the basement of the house, and we were playing in the basement, different games at this birthday party, and all of the kids, there was about 20 kids there, all of the kids were rushing outside to go play a game. It was a game of I think a game of war or something like that. But anyway, they were all rushing out there and having fun outside in the grass, and I was lagging a little bit behind, and I was the last person to play a particular game. Okay, and the last kid going out the door had actually shut the door. Okay, and I didn't realize it. I just assumed, because all I remember, the last thing I remember is seeing all my friends going outside, and I wanted to be with them, and I just remember the door being open. And I ran out just as fast as they did. You know, imagine a 7 or 8 year old running outside as fast as they could. And what I didn't realize was that the glass door was closed. Okay, it was closed, and I didn't know it. And I ran out that door as fast as I could, and I hit that plate glass door with my face first, and the glass shattered all over the place. Again, I still don't like talking about it, but it shattered all over my body. I remember the glass was like it was glass showering down on my body. Okay. And it laid my face open, and I realized now it's healed quite a bit over the years, but it actually laid my face open where it put a scar on over my nose from here, around my nose, and down my cheek, down my face, okay? And very terrible, terrifying experience. I remember jumping up and down on the glass when it was on the floor, and laying down on the ground. I was bleeding quite a bit, and the mother, like I said, this was at a friend's house, and the mother of the home rushed me to the hospital. I remember her holding a rag down on my face to control the bleeding, and she actually called the ambulance first, okay, but she decided, because I was bleeding so quickly, that she wanted to get me to the hospital as soon as possible. So they decided to put me in their car instead and rush me to the hospital as fast as they could. They got me to the hospital. They brought me to the emergency room. I remember going into the emergency room, and about 10 minutes later, my parents met up with me at the hospital, and anyway, they did surgery right there at the hospital. An ENT, ear, nose, throat specialist, did the operation on my face and put multiple stitches into my face. Well, that was a pretty terrifying experience. What has all this got to do with marketing? Again, I'll get to the point here. The experience itself was very difficult. Obviously, it was terrifying. But what was even more difficult was the after effects. Having a scar, it's diminished now, and you really can't tell as much anymore. And I'm pretty much over the experience. But for years, during elementary school, junior high, and high school, this was devastating. Having a scar on my face like that, being different than anybody else, because I had this almost disfiguring look on my face for almost 20 years. Well, maybe 15 or 16 years. But anyway, very difficult. And I had, at that point, I had a very low, very terrible self-esteem because I was very self-conscious about this scar. Well, fortunately, when I was about 20 or 21, I was eligible for plastic surgery. And I did get that, so it did help, and it made me feel a lot better. The doctors had decided that it was better to have plastic surgery after I was grown than while I was growing up. But anyway, very difficult, very terrifying experience when I was running through that glass door, but later on, even more difficult because of the self-concept, the self-image, lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem, all being contributed because of how I perceived myself. Okay, now what does that have to do with marketing? Now, after having the plastic surgery and after maturing both physically and emotionally and in a lot of other ways, I really do believe that I'm over that. But this is my point right here. Okay, I do a lot of video marketing. Okay. And I'm also a teacher now. I'm a college professor. I taught high school and I teach college. And I get up in front of people all the time. And, even though I had this terrible experience and the emotional trauma of this scar, that I still had a dream and a vision of influencing a large number of people in a positive way. Even to the point that I was willing to do public speaking, but it was a dream to be a great public speaker. But, excuse me, but I knew that I had to get over this fear. And I faced it, okay? I faced it head on. It was very difficult, very, very difficult. But I faced it head on, and even right now, it makes me nervous talking about this, and I'm not comfortable talking about this experience, okay? But I faced it. Now, what's that got to do with marketing? Okay, it has everything to do with marketing. Do you know that video marketing is one of the most effective ways of marketing on the internet? Okay, but yet I have people. I'll recruit people into my organization. And one of the first things that they say sometimes is that I can never do a video, okay? I can never get on camera and do a video. And I encourage them to get on video, either doing a PowerPoint presentation with their voice, or even better, doing a face-to-face video. But they, one person, I'm going to quote this one individual. He says, "Doing video scares the hell out of me." Okay. Well, it scares me too, okay? It does, okay? It's kind of interesting because the butterflies are still there. Even though I'm a professional teacher at a college, the butterflies are still there every single day. I just get them to fly. I get them to fly in formation, okay? I've learned to control it a little bit more. Now, this is what's important, guys. Most marketers, are not willing to get on camera. Most marketers are not willing to shoot videos. And if they do, it's not very frequent, okay? But video marketing is very, very effective, especially the kind of video marketing that involves building up a team, the type of video marketing where you're giving tips about marketing, the kind of video marketing that involves doing reviews of different MLM companies or internet marketing products. You got to get yourself on video, okay? This is the internet age. You've got to get yourself on video. So when a person tells me that that they don't want to get on video, I absolutely understand that. Okay, I do. But I also don't buy the excuse. Okay? I don't buy the excuse. You've got to get on video. Okay? You've got to get on video. Video marketing is very, very effective. I don't care what company you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in my company, Empower Network or Incipating Network, or whether you are in your own company, if it's Amway or whatever. Video marketing on the internet is very effective. So I'm going to challenge you, okay? When you get off of this video right now, I'm going to challenge you immediately while this information is fresh in your mind. Cut a video, okay? The only way that you're going to face your fear is to do it, okay? You've got to get yourself on video. No more excuses about not being able to go on video, okay? I don't buy it, okay? Get yourself on video. I want you to succeed, okay? I know what it's like to not want to go on video. I know what it's like not to want to put yourself in front of people. I absolutely do. Get yourself on video. That's my challenge for you today. I'd like you to comment below this video. Let me know what your number one takeaway is. Share and like this and comment. This story that I have is important. People need to know this story, okay? It's hard for me to tell it. I don't like telling it. It's emotional telling it. But get yourself on video and move ahead in your business and stop floundering, okay? Get moving on your business, move up and do something that requires you to get out of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're going to succeed, is by facing your fears and getting out of your comfort zone. You could do it. You can do this business. So leave your comments below, and I appreciate talking with you today. This has been a difficult subject, but I felt that it was very important to tell it. So anyway, make it a great day. Life is wonderful. Internet marketing is absolutely exciting, and I love live. Talk to you later. Make it a great day.